Hello, it's me again. Today, I want to talk to you about energy, energy consumption, and energy production in this world and on the earth that we live on. So let's get right to it. Energy. Let's first approach the definitions that we're going to be dealing with. Okay. So, two types of energy we're going to be talking about is the energy that we use to fuel our bodies, and then the energy that we use to make things happen, to provide us with the comforts that we enjoy on this earth today. So, first, definition of energy: the strength and vitality required for a sustained physical or mental activity. That is the definition of energy as it applies to us as human beings and most animals on Earth. Now, definition two is power derived from the utilization of physical or chemical sources, especially to provide light, heat, or to work machines and or devices. That pretty much covers everything. So now, let's talk about the sources of energy that we use to make our lives better in this world today. The sources of energy that we use are gas, oil, coal, hydropower, geothermal, solar, wind, biomass, and nuclear energy. The energy we use to fuel our bodies comes from carbohydrates, proteins, and fat. This is what our body uses to convert into energy for us. Now, of those three human energy sources that I mentioned, the most efficient for the body to use to convert is carbohydrates because it requires less oxygen for the body to convert it or burn it. The most common synonyms of human energy are force, might, power, and strength. And as we discuss this subject of energy, we're going to need to state a couple of facts here. Here are some simple rules and facts about energy. The 10% rule of energy states that each level in an ecosystem only gives 10% of its energy to the levels above it. The next rule that we're going to observe is the first law of thermodynamics. It states that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. We can produce it, can't create it, and through the production, we cannot destroy it. Knowledge points. Now, we need to know that when energy is converted to a different form, some of that input energy is turned into a highly disordered form of energy. Mostly, the most common one would be heat from friction or things, from friction. The sun is the source of most of the energy found on Earth. There's solar heat energy, and then the sunlight, which can be used to produce electricity from photovoltaic cells, better known as solar panels. And then we know the sun heats the Earth's surface, but did you know that the Earth then in turn takes that heat and heats the air above it, which causes wind? Now, given this knowledge, fossil fuels remain the greatest source of electricity generation worldwide today. Fossil fuels, gas, air pollutant, fossil fuels. In fact, in 2022, coal actually accounted for roughly 35.8% of the global power mix, while natural gas followed at 22%. And then the biggest portion of it all is fossil fuels. So 38% through coal burning, and then natural gas at 22%. So there are clean energy sources that do not pollute. The cleanest of them all would be nuclear power. From an emission standpoint, nuclear power produces zero carbon emissions and doesn't produce other noxious greenhouse gases through its operation. And contrary to what you and I might believe, I actually found this out doing my research. China is the #1 consumer of electricity on Earth, and it uses almost 1/4 of all the global energy. They consume 1/4 of the global energy. Of all the energy sources we consider green, things we call green power, which is, includes solar, wind, biomass, and geothermal as the examples, as the cleanest sources of energy. But all the clean energy sources listed, of course, solar, wind, bioenergy, geothermal energy, hydropower, nuclear power, and natural gas. Those are all considered clean energy sources. Now, it would be great if we could all of a sudden today or tomorrow just switch over to all clean energy sources and stop burning fossil fuels and coal and polluting the air and thinning the atmospheric layers, which is of course causing us all of these other problems that we're having with the high temperatures and heat around the world, and the glaciers melting and causing the seas to rise, which is eroding our coasts, and on and on and on. But so it would really be nice if we could just stop using all those fossil fuels and just convert everything over to clean energy sources. But we know that there are a lot of powers to be that don't want that to happen, at least not right away, because they're still making their money. Do your research. You'll find out who it is. But in any case, I wish we could. Sometimes I think, I'm not like Mike, but sometimes I do dream. If only we could make everyone use clean energy. Wouldn't it be great? Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow and it'll happen. No? Okay, let's look at it. Let's see. Tell you what, regardless to whatever, I'm going to wake up tomorrow morning thinking, what if it happens today? Wouldn't that be nice? Anyway, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. And leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. God bless you. Bye.
The importance of spreading God's love and positivity throughout this dying world.
Washington, and this Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern, 12 o'clock Central, we're coming up on the very last segment of our Revival Heritage of Black Gospel, which is closing out Black History Month. Oh my goodness, I tell you, definitely hard to say goodbye. We're going to be featuring Lynette Hawkins Stevens, who will be representing the Hawkins family. She'll be interviewed by Bishop Norman Hutchins. But coming up, we got Maverick City Music and Kirk, and it's a blessing for you. Bible scholars, I'll be repeating our trivia question for today next break.